Welcome to the exclusive unboxing of CarpodGo head unit. It is a wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto system with a screen featuring my lovely cat. Yes, welcome to the channel, Enzo. Just in case you're wondering, Enzo is not coming supplied with this lovely product that has been sent to us by CarpodGo. So in case you are new here to Auto Gear Reviews, welcome to the channel. This is a sister channel of Value Cars Australia with me, Dimitri. And yes, here on this channel you are going to be seeing a lot more content dedicated to the Auto Gear. First things first, it's packaged quite plainly. I have to say it's packaged quite plainly, so watch my full review and you will see here that when you open the box, you can see fairly nicely insulated main head unit, the screen, to make sure that there is no damage to it, and straight away you see that it's wrapped in this kind of cellophane sort of plastic, like the usual thing. And at first I start unscrewing this rear nut, thinking that it will make this whole rear plastic panel, the holding panel, a bit loose. I also then started opening first this thing, the plastic itself, which is actually sealed firmly, so you have to either tear it when you unbox it, or you have to like use a knife and be a bit more civilized about it. I wasn't, frankly, and this is something that you can learn from and fast forward next time for yourself in this process. Otherwise you'll find out the hard way. The worst thing, and let's just get this out of the way because the rest of it is relatively good news, the worst thing I found personally about this unboxing experience is that for some unknown reason CarpodGo decided to package its unit in such a way that this safety plastic, the wrapping of the actual screen, is somehow so firmly fitted underneath this bolt and underneath this plastic thing that at the moment of me pointing here at the screen and kind of tapping on it, I thought that if I loosen the screw, which I do a little bit earlier here in the process, I thought that that will allow me to safely remove the plastic bit at the back, and therefore the plastic wrapping would be able to be nicely and gently taken off. But spoiler alert, my friends, unfortunately it is not. I would have to tear it all off. So this strange packaging by CarpodGo disappointed me. Yeah, disappointed me. But that's a small thing. Now, as far as contraptions are concerned, we can see here plenty of different wires and other stuff that we'll go through today. And this one first thing that I'm taking out of the plastic is this weird thing for the air vent. So if your van or if your vehicle has air vents that are accommodating for this kind of weird sort of, I don't even know what to call it, a rake? I guess it's a rake-like contraption. If you have something like this, then perhaps you don't need to use suction cup, you don't need to use the 3M sticky, you could just use this strange thing that looks like it just came out of a 3D printer. It's solid enough, but it's quite firm. It's hard to get out of that little space. It's hard to put back in. So if you don't have to do it, don't follow my lead and don't take it out. Otherwise, you will never put it back in. We see here cables, USB-C with a separately activated button. So that's a good thing to see. So I've unboxed quite a lot of units, Carpuride, Eonon, and others, and almost none of them come with a separate button, activating button on the cable itself. But here they have it. So that's interesting. So it allows you to wire the things, but then activate and deactivate without unplugging the cable. I think that's a good thing. Like, my applause here goes to CarpodGo. I actually think they've done quite well allowing for these kind of things. So now we're going on to another little sealed container to see what's in it. And as you can see, the whole fitting is based around these kind of ball-based bearings. It's not a bearing really per se. And this little thing here, this ball-to-ball little plastic thing, contraption, is not bendy. It's very solid, it's very firm, and obviously, as I'm showing here on the screen, it's supposed to be fitted into this into this. And my cat is again in my way. Like, come on, Enzo, get out of the way, mate. I know you're trying to help, but seriously, my viewers are probably not interested in you. So yeah, so CarpodGo clearly thought that this ball-based fitting, yeah, I don't have a better word for it. You tell me in the comments down below if there is a better way to describe this contraption that I'm demonstrating to you right now on the screen. Please do educate me. but this is how they intend to offer you one of the alternative ways of fitting it. Okay, fair enough. Look, I'm all for freedom of choice, and if the manufacturers of different automotive gear that has to be fitted on our screens, dashes, windscreens, if they give us extra ways to do it, I always, without a doubt, see it as a good thing, especially if they also don't shy away to supply a more expected standard, let's call it, way of the suction cup based on a retractable arm, suction cup based, rather flexible, rather standard, something that you would expect with any other unit. We've seen this before. There is a sticky protective kind of film here at the back. There is a 3M properly sticky flat sort of base, yeah, that I will show to you also in a second, that you see there in the box in the background as well. This is how majority of us, I suppose, if I had to speculate, would probably fit these units on. But once again, it firmly, very firmly depends on your car and how the basically the frontal panel, the windscreen, how are they located. Now here we're looking at a relatively standard 12 volt power cable and fitting, and again we can see a button. First of all, there is a USB outlet, which makes it really, really useful. So if you use this for USB, 12 volt fitting, it still means that you can attach something else, like another unit, another little electric device can still use this power outlet, which is fantastic, as well as a button. So you don't have to unplug, but honestly, CarpodGo is probably the only brand in my recent memory that actually has those extra switches. That's cool. Now here we see a cable. Cable is just a cable, okay? It's a 3.5 millimeter jack audio cable. And here is that panel that is the fitting that allows you to use the suction cup on slightly less even surfaces of your van or a car where you would choose to use it. There are more cables in here. It felt like that one that I didn't take out of the bag. It felt a little bit like also an audio cable of sorts, but I think it's a microphone cable, by the way, that one. And here we can see that there is a USB stick and says CarpodGo supports USB over-the-air updates of software, right? And memory card reader is included, but not currently urgently required. You don't have to use it. You can just store it for later use. There are these strange sticky 3M strips, perhaps to help you with the fitting somehow. I don't know. Actually, I don't know who would use them and why, but they're there. That's good to see. There is some compliance qualified certificate with Chinese letters on it, which I love. And there is a CarpodGo user manual, which I didn't go through in great detail, as you will see in the detailed review of this unit. So there is a review in case this is the first video you're watching. There is a detailed review of this unit. This particular video that you're watching right now is only the unboxing, but please watch the review as well. I didn't go through the details of these too much, but here I'm zooming in on the product installation methods, at least the ones that are officially advertised in their manual, which is cool. I like when the brands are not shying away and they're properly showing to you how to run the wire, even though on those I thought that I am doing temporary installation. That's rather ugly. But on these photos, I have to say, CarpodGo, you are kinda, my friends, you could have done better than that on professional things. And yet again, Enzo tries to get in a box. Wonderful. But just a reminder for you, my friends, this is the point where you like the video if you like cats. And subscribe to the channel for more videos from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Talk to you next time. And thanks to CarpodGo for sponsoring this lovely video.